Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Knowledge Central. And yeah, with this video, I have a special book, really motivational, really something which kind of pushes people more and more. And it's something which, it's like never settle. And book name is Never Finish, Unshackle Your Mind and Win Wars Within. And it's basically one of the important things. It really matters is, you know, you. Because at the end of the day, you either feel satisfied, happy, or not. It's just in your mind. And most of my, again, other book videos, if you've seen in the past, is also related to thoughts and your mindset and how you deal with things, etc. And in this series of book summaries, I mainly focus on things where you can literally have more straightforward, actionable insight from the book. And especially with the summary, what I would love to take away, or any viewer to take away, is to have an impact, actionable impact from tomorrow, like from the next day. That's where you can literally start using it. And that's the whole reasons I was focusing much more on the summary and the key insights. And yeah, also before moving on, I would also love to talk about the author, David Goggins. He's part of Navy SEALs, and he has some tremendous experience and exposure in especially training his body and mind, and just not losing weight, but also he has done tremendous things, like especially Guinness World Records, so the amount of push-ups or amount of running continuously which he can do. And one of the things that still gives me goosebumps is he, in one of the interviews, he tells, uh, or actually the interviewer asks, how many hours have you continuously run? And his reply instantaneously was, not hours, days. And that blew my mind, and it still blows my mind every time when I hear that, and I still probably get goosebumps right now. So he's at the peak of discipline, and not just discipline, consistency, but much beyond. Keep pushing yourself. And you know especially when someone tells that he continuously runs for days, right? And his maximum was some 100 miles, and it was, I think, around close to 2 days of continuous running. So that's the man I'm talking about. That's the discipline, the consistency. Apart from that, it's the willpower, and you know playing your mind in the right way. So, and that's the whole book about as well. So as usual, let's go. And before moving on, of course, I usually start with the favorite quote from the author. And it's a really deep one, where he tells, I'm haunted actually by my future goals, and not actually by my past experiences of failures. And it's an inevitable part of life, obviously, failures, an important lesson. And I'm haunted by what I may still become, right? I'm haunted by my own continued thirst for evolution. So it's, you know, setting something which is haunting, especially as your goal, and achieving it is something. And then few goals, or especially he's more in line with lead measure kind of goals. And when I mean by lead measure, I've also talked about this in one of the previous books, for disciplines of execution, where anything you set should probably be inclined towards leading you to do more. Like, when you set a goal as, for example, you're going to uh, lose 5 pounds, 5 kgs of weight in few months, that means it's kind of a lag measure, because at the end of the year or end of the time frame you're fixed and you have already lost 5 kgs of weight, that means it's already done. So it's kind of a lag measure. What I mean by lead measure is doing an active physical activity 1 hour a day. It's never done, right? It's a lead measure. So every day you have to keep doing it. And same way, he kind of sets goals where it's upgrading every day. And as the quote says, is literally haunted by his future goals and what you could have become or what he's going to become. Well, that haunts him more. Then he keeps pushing him towards that. And yeah, failure is inevitable. And we all know that, and we all should probably admire failure. And especially people who go to gym would know, they train till failure. So it's kind of something inevitable, and that's kind of pushes you to the next level. So not going too much deep into the code, but I really like it. So the three actionable insights from the book. The first one is how you deal with setbacks, right? And what do you do? So usually, that it's kind of, for example, it shouldn't be as a demotivator, or it shouldn't be something which makes you stop. It's actually something which, kind of should have a step up, right? And especially he tells where in the book, the 1 second decisions you keep fighting is going to determine your next step. And this continuous cycle is really important. When you get set back, just push it one more time. Think about it for a second, that what you could actually become, and you probably keep doing what you are intended to do. So it's just the 1 second decision to keep fighting. So when you fall down, just get up, go for it again, just in a second. And your mind literally, when you give longer time to think about it, it's going to make you comfortable. And as I've also said in one of the previous videos and other books where I talk about brain, is it loves to be comfortable, right? It loves to probably take rest, sit in the couch. It loves to, you know, watch Netflix instead of working out. So there's a lot of things, right? So you just need to go for that one more day, one more time, one more, effort. And this 1 second of decision you make for keep going is really important, especially when you have setbacks. And of course, you need to use it as a stepping stone and turn it into, something to fuel through it. I mean, the idea is to gain experience, use it, get better. Simple as that. Setbacks is inevitable. It's a part of life. At the same time, the second important lesson from the book is how do you deal with success? So when you attain a certain level of success, really subjective, but that's not it, right? Just he mentions not to get trapped in the cycle. Okay, I'm done. And then, you might dip down, and then the idea is to go up again. But when people get trapped, it's where it gets into this vicious cycle where you either stop doing it, or you feel, okay, I've attained that much and I'm going to rest. It's a continuous cycle, right? And the idea is to always aim higher, always get better than who you are right now, right this second. You can always get better than who you are. Simple as that. And finally, of course, aim higher and try to have this repeated lead measures where you can just keep improving. Simple as that. And finally, I don't want to push this video hard. It's really straightforward. How do you deal with setbacks? How do you deal with success? Use both as a motivating cycle to keep improving step by step. And this is in line with the standards you set as well, right? The idea is to not just meet them, right? When you have a certain thing to do, say, for example, when you say, for example, the standard amount of push-ups you need to do, for example, it's 50 push-ups. Why just meet standards? Go for 55, go for 60, go for, even if you fail, pause for a second, go again. So the idea is to set your own standards until, you push yourself really hard. And then you can adjust the bar accordingly, right? And then keep improving at your own pace, right? Depending on the things you do, right? Depending on something, you want to improve your financial status, or if you want to improve your physical status, doesn't matter. But the idea is to not just do the minimum, but to set a higher standards, keep improving, keep raising the bar. Simple as that. And it could obviously be useful at work as well, where you just not meet the deadlines and not meet the standards, but go a step beyond, like not just in your life, but also in your work. Like uh, that actually has a lot of benefits. Like you feel, it's not appreciated enough, but everything is going to compound long term, right? Anything which gives you immense happiness in short term, probably not good for you or your health or anything, right? Say, for example, lottery. Maybe, yeah, but you are going to drop down to your baseline of happiness within a few months or probably a couple of years. So it's always about the long term, as I always say. And the idea is to, yeah, have more delayed gratification and let this compound and then slowly improve. With that, I think I want to keep this video short. There's key things about setbacks, successes, and maintaining your standards. Simple as that. And try to obviously be aware of all this, which might happen, and use it as a stepping stone. So, yeah, I feel this video would be a quick insight from the book. And if you really want to go deep into the book, I would really recommend to read the full book. And obviously, it's better than this 3 actionable insights for sure. It just gives you a taste, a flavor of what's the book about. What can I take away, and then what can I quickly, put into action? Obviously. So, as usual, thanks for your time, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you like it, or how can it be improved, or if you want to, talk about or discuss about some other book. Feel free to mention in the comments, and subscribe, of course, if you want to see more similar video content which is related to motivation, career, or self-improvement development. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.